special care for disabled in the supermarket, special toilet for them. I think, do you think that that's enough? I think we need more. We need more. That's why we have to discuss on the ethical, legal, as well as the social implication. I think that part is missing. I think, I don't know, my colleagues from the panel probably has noticed that, but to me, I didn't see any of you talk about the ethical. Probably that we can explore more on the ethical aspect. I know some of you here are lawyers. Yeah, I think we can explore more about the ethical.
Okay, perfect. Since we have time, I'm going to open this to the group. I can give 5 minutes to the audience if there's something you'd like to ask, because we're getting advice actually right now. You should really be taking down notes. Yes, Nadia. Microphone, please.
This is not a message for the government, but I think a message for everyone here. I often hear that we ask for registry, data, push, but I think I want to ask the room back. When we say data, who are we asking the data for? Because the reality of it is, speaking from the perspective of patient groups, most of them are caregivers, parents, people who might not even have university degrees, people who are on life support or daily wage. So when we're asking for data, I think we also have to ask, who are we asking this data from and how? And we have to work together with the HCPs and the people who are living with this condition, so that they can have their lived experience plus the statistics. Because otherwise we're going to always ask each other for data, but nobody's actually going to be doing it or presenting it. It's probably going to have to be a consortium of some sort. The second part is, when this data is going to have to be placed in a registry of some sort, and I want to expand on what Dato' Azman rightly pointed out, the ethical part of things. We saw this during COVID-19, when mass swath of public health information, or even public personal private data information, like you've got e-travel, right, that in the Philippines you collect all this data for. We have to also be mindful of who's actually holding the back-end rights for this data, because if you change, for example, as simple as changing the vendor when the contract ends, you've got large numbers of public information sitting at a private entity that will not necessarily be at the best value of the people. So we have to figure out ways in which to maneuver that.
So maybe that's a good question for but I'm not sure whether they're in a position to answer actually, because let's say for the Philippines, our data is actually in the university, and we have a guideline for keeping that data. So maybe they may not be exactly the people I should ask, but then let's just put it in the things to do. When we start doing the data, maybe you can have an alliance with the academic community, so that we can have, it's a consortium within your country. Eventually it will be a consortium within the region. So thank you for pointing that out. So I have a couple of things here. Anything else? Yes, please.
My name is Dr. Ivy Reside. I'm the medical center chief, or the medical director of one of the larger hospitals under the Department of Health. We are located in Metro Manila. We are also the designated DOH Brain and Spine Center, Specialty Center. We are mandated to advance our technology and our capability. So we have also here our neurogeneticist, Dr. APARDO. And we have tried very hard also to adopt XDP as one of our advocacies. We have movement disorder specialists, we have neurosurgeons who already have been doing implant surgeries. We have received recently commitment for legislative insertions for the procurement of implants. And basically, picking up from what Dr. Melima mentioned earlier, the bagong urgent care ambulatory surgical clinic